All right, hello wine drinking people. Time for more of what I've had to drink yesterday, and our friends from Merryvale Vineyards from the Napa Valley were in to see us. And I remember selling this wine when I worked for a distributor. We would do blind tastings with their top wine, the profile, and put it against Opus One and Joseph Phelps Insignia, Caymus Special Select, all the top wines in Napa at that time in the early 90s. And this wine was always first, second, or third. And, this wine was created, I believe it was Bob Levy and Bill Harlan when they were there. So two of the top dogs in the Napa Valley wine game. But still, it's one of the top names in Napa Valley. The profile's still outstanding. And this is a label that owns a lot of acres, and 600 of them planted. And, they do buy some fruit as well for some of their, wines. You can't have everything in your vineyards. Maybe they get some Cabernet Franc or Malbec or something they need to put in the blend. And, hey, you got a lot of friends that have great vineyards. Why not? Anyways, the 2012 Sauvignon Blanc, and they've changed the labeling on this wine. They've taken Merryvale off of the Starmont label. They're going to make this label change with it to make it look like a completely different brand and brand it just as Starmont. And then all the reserve level stuff or higher level stuff is going to be under the Merryvale label. And a lot of people, don't like it, the fact they have a $20 wine associated with them if they're on Highway 29 in Napa Valley. And those of you that have been to Napa Valley, Merryvale's open late. So if you have a good constitution, you'll make it to Merryvale in Napa Valley if you go and visit them a few times. Because, like I said, they're one of the only places open after 5 o'clock in Rutherford. All right, the Sauvignon Blanc Starmont. This wine has, it's got a little musky note to the green melon and white grapefruit, tangerine, citrus fruit, a slight briny note there as well in the finish. Really light and refreshing style Sauvignon Blanc on the palate, which leaves the tongue salivating for food. Short finish here, though, but very good. The 2012 vintage Carneros Chardonnay. This wine comes from Stanley Ranch and Hyde Vineyard, and this is purchased fruit that I mentioned here before. This one's got a lot of juicy tropical fruit on the nose with hints of vanilla bean spice, lightly toasted oak, cinnamon, creme caramel. Nice complexity there on the nose. Juicy tropical fruit on the tongue. Smooth and creamy texture and just the right amount of lightly toasted oak spice. Excellent juice. The Rosé, something new from them, and the Screw Cap is something new from Merryvale. A lot of their entry-level wines in the Starmont label are going to be under Screw Cap, which we applaud here at Wine Watch, being a merchant of wine and offering to take back any cork bottles that our customers get as a service for them, because the consumer is the last person that should have to eat the price of a bottle of corked wine. It should go back to the winery. They're the ones that made it. We just sold it to you, but we're still willing to help our wine-drinking people get their money back, get their wine back, if it's not right. Anyways, the Rosé under Screw Cap. This is a blend of Cabernet Merlot, Petit Verdot, Cabernet Franc, Syrah, and the blend changes every day. Really fresh style of rosé, some rose petals here, light red berry fruit, a nice amount of fruit on the tongue, but finishing bone dry. Very good little wine for the summertime. It's summertime year-round here in South Florida. Pinot Noir. This is the first sighting of Starmont Pinot Noir, the first vintage, and this is a really nice amount of light red cherry and raspberry fruits on the nose, pretty floral notes, a hint of spice, smooth and silky on the tongue. One of the things we love about Pinot Noir, its texture and light and refreshing style of Pinot. Nice floral spice notes, a real crowd pleaser, very nice balance here, very good juice. The Starmont Merlot was up next, and for all practical purposes, 100% Merlot. There's 1% Cab Franc in there. And a good amount of dark cherry and plum fruit here on the nose, hints of violets, fresh plowed earth, fine herbs, dark cherry and plum fruit showing on the palate here, but silky smooth tannins of one of the features of Merlot, bright acidity, drinking very nicely, but a solid mid-palate in this wine, a lot of nice fruit and little milk chocolate notes on the end, very good juice. The Merryvale Cabernet is up next. And this is under the Merryvale label, not the Starmont new stuff, the lower end. This is their estate reserve type stuff. And this wine's got a good amount of fresh earth, kind of loamy notes to the bouquet with dark currants, cassis fruit, espresso, bitter cocoa notes. Really nice complexity here on the nose, big and chewy on the tongue. Your typical Napa Valley Cabernet Sauvignon. Nice currant and berry fruits and firm hand of acidity, though. This is 2010 vintage. Very fresh vintage that's going to benefit it from a few years in the cellar. Excellent juice. And then a little sweet stuff. They make a wine called Antigua, and this is a modified sherry type wine made from muscat. Like really pretty notes of flowers, honey, almond, dried fruits on the nose, apricots, and sun-dried raisins. Very sweet on the tongue, but has a nice balance of acidity and kind of sherry-esque there. That's the Solera, a little oxidated, nutty character showing up on the end, but that adds a little complexity for me. A very good bottle of dessert wine. That's what we had to drink with our friends from Merryvale Vineyards. I'm your host, Andrew Lampasoni, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying remember, always drink the good stuff first.